Alright guys, so this is the new project car. As you probably saw in the NURBURGRING video, this is going to be the £1,500 NURBURGRING challenge car. But this video is more in depth about the 407 Coupe. I'm going to show you all around mine and everything with it. So this 407 Coupe is a 2006 3-litre V6 manual. It's with the silver colour, with the nice red interior. We're going to have a look at that in a moment. And this is sat on around 126,000 miles. It's just had a full year's MOT slammed on it. Although you're going to see in the video next week, I don't know how it got an MOT with only one advisory on it, because there's certainly more than one thing wrong with it. I just buy just buy scrap. It's not that bad, honestly. It's just very really minor annoying things mostly. But yeah, so yeah, you'll see that in next week's episode, everything that's wrong with this car. But I'm going to walk you around it. I think it's quite a gracious thing. I think as I do my subtle modifications as it goes, it's really going to transform the way the car looks. Again, I do apologise about children, they are rather annoying. But yeah, that is the car in all its glory. So this obviously is top spec. It's a GT model, and it has got the red leather interior all the way around. Look, the Lecky seats, they're a little bit cracked to be fair, but it has got the Lecky seats, heated seats. These are super comfortable, they're very adjustable. There's loads of adjustments here for the upper and lower part of the seat. There's also adjustment on the inside of the seat here for the lower lumbar section. These are also electric, so quite funky. It's gonna crush my bag. And then if we look in the rear, we've actually got space for passengers, armrests. The rear passengers have even got cup holders. It's got funky things like all of the door bins, any sort of area where you can put storage is all felt lined. That is rather annoying if you want to sit in the front, because you have to wait for the seat to go back, but it's sort of cool until it breaks eventually at some point. Yeah, so felt lining on the doors. It's got nice sort of like brush trim along in the front here. We'll jump right into the driver's side and let you have a look. This is literally the car as I bought it, apart from I've put a newer gear knob in there. So it's literally as I bought it. Condition wise, it's not bad. It's not bad. I must say, it's got the adjustable headrests as well. Look, it's not bad at all. It really isn't. This has got the JBL system. You can see it there on the speaker. Look, it's hidden inside the grills inside there as well. So yeah, it's a top spec motor. And actually inside, there's a little bit of sort of crack on the seat, but that's the only thing that really lets it down on both front seats. Really, it's very clean, to be fair. The 407 is coupe. In fact, the 407 coupe is very quiet, so it's got double glazed windows on the front doors, which is what I was talking about. Interesting. That is a very interesting thing. Probably expensive to fix, but it has got double glazed front windows, and it also carries through onto the front windscreen. That's also double glazed, and it's got an anti-glare tint on the actual window from factory, which is also quite funky. And that also comes on these very diddly mirrors as well. You can see the tint there. So you get quite a lot of sort of spec and extras on there. But yeah, that's definitely very abnormal. That's very abnormal for a Peugeot. That's also very abnormal for a cheap vehicle to have double glazed windows on. But it does make the cabin exceptionally quiet, really unbelievably quiet. In terms of condition, it's pretty clean. So these wheels aren't staying, they will be going, but they've got a few curb marks, but they're not actually too bad. It's come on two nice new front tyres on the front and a mixture on the back. They've all got decent tread, to be fair. The only sort of bad point of the car, as we can see here, there's been a sort of something's obviously been slid up against the side of the car here, so there's a bit of damage there, which is a bit pants. But apart from that, considering what I paid for it, it's very clean and damage free. Now, the faults with this car, the actual faults and issues, I'm going to discuss in the episode next week. So obviously, if you're interested to know what the issues are with the 407 Coupe, my £1,500 407 Coupe, there are a few little fiddly silly things. They're going to be in that video, so I'm not going to discuss those, but it is there. It's nice. It's got the twin tips. It hasn't got the twin setup, but it has got the single-sided twin tips. It's got the well-known 407 hidden boot badge. It's got a good sized boot, and yeah, it's not bad. here's the driver's side look. Again, there's not much wear on the seat. It's really clean. Steering wheel's got brushed alley on there. There's the dials. The only thing that does come up on there, which I obviously will include in the issue video, is I've just got a bulb that needs doing. But yeah, no engine management lights. It runs smooth, holds temperature fine, revs up nicely. You can see it's on 128,000 miles left. Service wise, it has got service history actually, along with the MOT for a year, which is good. There's the button, look, that fuzzy button there looking thing for the active suspension, which will be coming out. But yeah, it's not a nice place to, it's not a bad place to sit, to be fair. And what I will do to finish is show you the big thumping V6 in this thing, because it's quite big. I'll show you that. Oh, I'm about to get all my stuff robbed by some guy on a bike. I literally love Weymouth. It's just such a cool place to be. Yeah, yellowing headlights, classic on these. So these are directional xenons, which is quite funky, with the washers in there as well. And there we are, a very French V6. It's weird seeing a V6 petrol under the bonnet of a French motor. So yeah, that is a big old engine. That is the revised third version of this V6, which produces 210 or thereabouts bhp. I think at 280 newton meters. So yeah, it definitely goes, I can tell you that. It's not bad at all. It's got a massive bonnet, really big bonnet. But yeah, that is the brief little walk around really of the 407 Coupe. So we're going to see plenty more of this coming on both the NURBURGRING Challenge Series, on both the NURBURGRING Challenge Series and the 407 series for this. So guys, there it is. Put your comments on what you think. Is it a lot of car for £1,500? What are your thoughts? You might think a little bit different when you see what issues I've got to sort out in next week's video, but really overall it's actually very decent. And the issues I bear in mind, I'm just going to say before the video comes out, they are very minor, but just bear in mind there are a few things in the stock form as the car is now that I've definitely got to sort. But it is going to start, well, I'm going to start literally overhauling this car pretty instantly. Literally next week we've got the first thing happening, which you'll get a hint to in the problems with the car video coming next week. So guys, that is it. That is my new project vehicle. It's going to be a good one. Thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you again soon.